Next up today is a black EP3 Honda Civic TypeR. It's got some modifications on it. For instance, it's got a 4-to-1 manifold. It's got a custom 3-inch, actually it might be a TDI North 3-inch exhaust system. And it's got is this an InGen induction kit, Rich? Well, usually are when they go down there, right? Yeah. So it's got one of those on it. It's got an orange rocker cover. But it's been tuned previously. And it's had pops and bangs on a switch that never worked to just put the car into limp mode. So today, realistically, the remit is tune this car, make it healthy if we can with the map, and then obviously get some flames out the back of it. So that's our mandate. So let's get cracking.
Compose yourself.
Compose yourself. Why? No laughing.
No, let's not go into it. Right, second car on the dyno today. Another one mapped up really lovely. This one has previously been tuned before again. And we made a bit of power, didn't we?
Yeah, this has got a DC5 inlet manifold on it, standard throttle body, InGen induction kit, which is tiny to be fair, and real tight angle
it's
going
like a
down.
90 straight off the throttle body.
Yeah, 90 straight off throttle body. It's got a 4-to-1 decap manifold on it and a TDI North 3-inch exhaust on it, I believe. So some good mods on this car, in my opinion. I mean, the inlet manifold, I'm sort of going to say yes, it is. Whilst it is a K28 inlet manifold,
It's not necessarily an up-rated inlet manifold. So maybe with a Skunk 2 Pro, get this right in a minute, Skunk 2 Ultra series on it, with like the Teguer large throttle body or the Skunk 2 larger throttle body with a good induction kit, I really do genuinely believe this car would obviously make more power. It's sort of made top end of good power in my opinion for 230 for what I would class as a stock inlet manifold. I believe the induction kits probably took a little bit of power away from what the inlet manifold would make today. So I think the next thing for this customer realistically is a good inlet manifold, good induction kit and a good throttle body, and I can't see any reason why that wouldn't make the up to the sort of 240 mark. A little bit smoky. It just seemed to smoke a little bit.
Yeah, obviously I'm standing in the dyno cell, so I tasted that a little bit.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of smoke there, a little bit of oil vapor maybe coming from it or whatever. So maybe, you know, it's not in 100% of best of health, but yeah, it was obviously okay, and it was
good enough for us today.
It's good enough, and obviously for us to map up today. Yeah, I think that's really about it on this one. I think that it was already tuned, you know, by a well-known company, and we've improved on it. I think we've made about 5 brake horsepower peak, probably between 2 and 5 across the rev range. So, you know, we're never going to be massive gains because it was already tuned. I think where this car will make more power is putting better modifications on it. In a lot of time, it could be struggling top end as well because of obviously, like you say, restriction and stuff with other items. So it does reach a peak point and then tail off top end. So there's definitely a restriction there of some description. You generally see when they've really got good mods on them, they just make peak power at peak revs and just keep making power all the way.
Yeah.
When they sort of reach a certain point, flatten off and then tilt down, then you've got a real bad restriction top end. Or if they come flat and hold flat, again, you've got a restriction, but it can flow up to, you know, a certain point. So 230, for example, or whatever.
It makes some good flames. I enjoyed those. The flames were licking out of it. It's got a really nice carbon fibre bonnet that I really like carbon fibre bonnets.
I'm not so keen on carbon fibre.
I really like carbon fibre bonnets.
I like it. I like it in the sense of I like the principle of it. It's so lightweight and it's strong and it's this and it's that, but it just never fits. You know, obviously when you say you got a carbon fibre, you know,
He's saying that because
or
when
you've got a carbon fibre Porsche or you've got whatever, then yeah, you have got a carbon fibre at that point because it fits. It's made to fit. The body's made and it fits. When you put an FN2 bonnet on an FN2 and it fits like you've just took an EP3 bonnet and put it on an FN2, well then that's why I don't like them.
What he's basically saying here is I'm likely to buy a carbon fibre bonnet and there's only one person around here that's fitting that.
Yeah.
And Richard hated my idea of the carbon fibre bonnet so much that my phone completely melted.
It did.
It just stopped working.
It stopped working and then cut us off mid-conversation there.
Yeah. So what you're saying is you're not going to fit one. Or you are going to fit one, but it's going to cost me a lot of money.
Oh, I could fit a carbon fibre bonnet. I just don't like fitting them.
Yeah, so there's no mates rates there. Then.
No. Right, shall we have a look at this graph?
Come on, we've got more cars to map.
So as we always say, red line is as she came in, blue line is as she leaves. As you can see, we've made power right across the rev range there. And we finish on a 229.7 on, rounded that up to 230 brake and 198 at the wheels. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, guys. I've almost bored myself with this one. We will catch you on like and subscribe and all that jazz if you fancy it. If the feeling takes you, I'm going to show you this carbon fibre bonnet that Richard does, and I just think it looks absolutely beautiful. Look at that. So code word for this video, carbon fibre, and we'll see you on the next one, won't we, Rich? Right, let's get some more cars, man.
What I'll say again. Life moves pretty fast.